Hi guys, I'm Michelle with Be Empowered Yoga. This is your 30-day yoga challenge series, day 19. Are you ready to flow? Let's do this. Let's start seated on our mat here. Breathing, you can have those hands palm facing up on those knees. Let's close those eyes, bringing yourself into this space here, taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice job. We're going to start moving our shoulders a little bit today. So walking those hands, two hand spaces behind you, gazing up at the ceiling here, and then walking yourself forward into a nice forward fold, dropping that head nice and gently. Breathing here, walking yourself back up. Let's work with that neck here, dropping that neck down, rolling it over to the right side, and then dropping it down and rolling it over to that left side. Lifting it up, dropping it behind you, rolling it to the right, and then over to the left. Let's do that one more time. Dropping that head down in front of you, rolling it over to that right side. Coming back down and rolling over to the left side. Lifting up, dropping back, rolling to the right, and rolling back over to the left. Good job. All right, let's take those hands and come back a little bit further this time, really opening up the shoulders here, so pulling them back behind you, but gently here. Breathing in this, gazing up at the sky. Nice job. Let's come down into that forward fold in front of you, walking yourself nice and forward here. Breathing into this, dropping that head down. Beautiful. Let's switch those hips around here. Walking yourself back again. Breathing in this. Opening up that heart to the sky. Opening up those shoulders here. Bringing back those scapulas. And walking yourself forward again into that lovely forward fold here. Breathing nice and deep and full. Extending those arms. Filling that belly up with oxygen. And rolling yourself up. Rolling those shoulders back a couple of times. And then coming back forward with those shoulders. Breathing. Let's roll those wrists out. So taking your left arm, extending it out, and then dropping those fingertips down towards the mat, holding on nicely with those right hands. Breathing and releasing. Same thing with that right arm. Extending it out in front of you, dropping that wrist down, dropping those fingers down, and then gently guiding them with that left hand. Breathing here. Great job. Swooping those legs around you. Coming up into our nice tabletop position here. Breathing, moving into some cow and cat. Arching into that cat. And then dropping that belly and filling it up completely in the cow. Breathing here, moving, making some space in that spine. Nice job. Now from here, what I want you to do is get yourself really grounded with those knees. Really ground that right hand here. Feel those fingertips gripping down. Let's remove that left hand here, looking over and peeling yourself up towards that left side, bringing that left hand up towards the sky here, and then circling it underneath here, bringing it all the way through, so guiding yourself almost as if we were twisting ourselves underneath this right armpit here. You can bring that head down to the mat, but we're really not working. We want to be gentle with that neck here. Breathing as we thread the needle. You can even extend this right leg here, walking this right arm forward to the front of the mat. This is really feeling, you should feel in that left shoulder here, opening it up. So you can start to walk this right hand all the way to that front corner up front. Breathing. Nice job. Let's bring that right hand back. Bring that right leg back. And then unthread this needle as you gently wisp it up to the sky and place it on down. Great job. So this time with that right hand, we want to really grip down with this left hand so we can come on up with this right arm, opening up to the sky, and then scooping down underneath as you guide that right arm all the way over to the left side. Breathing here. You can extend this left leg, holding on with your toe here, or the bottom of your foot. Walking this left arm out to the front right corner. Starting to feel that right shoulder open up here. Breathing. Enjoying this nice threading of the needle. There should be no pressure on the neck, so if you're starting to feel some pressure, bring that hand back and lift up here. Really pull through with that right arm. And then just come down with the top of your head. So you're feeling it here. Otherwise, you can come back forward with this left arm. So sliding it back into position, sliding that left leg back into position, swooping this right arm out and wisping it up to the sky, bringing it back down, planting it on the mat. Open those legs up and push back into this child's position. Really reach towards the front of the mat here, and then drop that nose, tip, and forehead to the mat. Breathing here, sending that oxygen to those shoulders perhaps. Breathing nice and full and deep, coming on up into our hero's position. Inhale, bring those arms up, bring that gaze up to the sky. Exhale, bring those hands down to your heart center. Great job. So with this, I want you to take this right arm and swoop it around behind you. So it's just hanging out here. Let's go ahead and shake hands with ourselves. So with this left hand, you're going to grab those right fingers and kind of guide this right arm over to that left side a little bit more. Gently here, we don't want to pull our arms out of the socket. So breathing here. So just kind of holding onto those fingers and then curling yourself around over more towards that left side with this right shoulder. Keeping those shoulders kind of tucked back and down a little bit. We don't want to pull forward or be leaning or tilted. Breathing here. And gently releasing those fingertips from that left hand, guiding this right hand around. Nice job. Inhale, bring those arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring them on down. Bringing that left arm behind you. Bringing those right hands to grab and shake hands with this other hand. So we're going to gently carry this left hand over and shake hands with ourselves here. Breathing, opening up this left shoulder here. Sending that oxygen to that shoulder. Taking nice, full, long, deep breaths. And then gently releasing those fingers and allowing that left arm to glide back. How you feeling? Good? All right. Let's continue on. So with this, I want you to take those legs out, moving into a boat position almost. Breathing here, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling those hips here. Inhale, bring those arms up. And then exhale, come down into this forward fold. So you're going to kind of drop down right into those legs here. Pulling out in front of you. You can grab the bottoms of those feet here. And then gently pull away with your feet. So starting to open up. So gently here. We don't want to pull our arms out of the sockets. We just want to give them a nice little stretch to help open them up. And then release with those feet. And then come back down and stretch those shoulders out gently here. So remember, practicing with a himsha, or non-harming as we call it in yoga, breathing and just gently moving through this. So lifting back with those heels and then coming back down with those toes. This is a great stretch for your feet as well. Coming down, opening up those shoulders, nice and gentle, not to pull our shoulders out. And coming back up and moving back down one more time. Breathing here. Let's drop that head down and just let yourself be in this moment for just a minute. Taking a nice full deep breath in and out. And then gently releasing those toes with those fingers. Rolling yourself all the way up. Shoulders coming all the way back. Walking back behind you. And then gently pulling those shoulders back in towards each other. Bringing that gaze to the sky as we open our hearts up. Breathing here. Great job. Moving into a cow face pose. You're going to carry that left leg over that right leg here. So our knees will overlap. If this is too strong for you, that's completely okay. We're just getting more of like a hip opening action here, so you can unwind a little bit. But if you're all the way there, crossing those knees over each other, we're going to do the same thing with our arms. So bringing that right arm under, and you can kind of grasp your hands together here. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing here in our nice cow face pose, and then bending forward into this. Feeling this. So you're almost pulling your shoulders in more towards each other. So if you can pull those hands in towards each other, you're really pulling those shoulders closer to each other here. Bringing that gaze up with those elbows and then coming back down here. Breathing into this. Taking a couple nice, full, long, deep breaths here. Releasing those hips, just letting them melt away into this. And coming back up and unwinding here with those arms. Tilting back here. Sitting on those hands, bringing those knees up and switching everything around. So this time your right leg is on top. Breathing here. And we're going to bring that other arm underneath, switching those arms around. Breathing. So coming on up with this, gaze towards the ceiling, and then coming on down. Breathing here. Feeling this, pulling those shoulders in close together. Taking a couple of nice, long, full, deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling nice and full and deep. And exhaling. Great job. Now coming back up, unwinding those arms, sitting back here. So you're going to sit back, unwind those legs, straighten them out, sitting all the way up. And then exhale back down into those feet again. Dropping that forehead on your knees. Breathing here. Great job. And let's swoop those legs back around behind you. Coming up to sit on top of them in our hero's pose. So bringing those hands, swooping them in front of you and behind you. Grabbing those fingertips and then guiding those shoulders back behind you. Bringing those fingertips down to the ground and gazing up here. Opening that heart and those shoulders a little bit more. If this is too strong, remember, back off a little bit. Breathing here, pulling down with those shoulders and those fingertips. If you need to, grab a belt or a string and have that help you as you guide your arms back behind you. So breathing here and releasing this, coming forward. Crossing those arms in front of you as we come forward into the child's position. Breathing here, so unwinding what we just did. Feeling this as you open up, taking nice deep breaths in this crisscross child's pose. Really helping guiding those shoulder blades back forward again. And then walking yourself back up, uncross those arms, bring them back around you. Grabbing those fingertips and then pulling those shoulders back behind you, opening that heart to the sky. Breathing here, holding those shoulders and pulling them open. Guiding those scapulas towards each other to kiss like fish. Breathing here. And coming back forward, crisscrossing those arms in front of you. Taking some nice full deep breaths to help open up those shoulders here in this position. And gently sliding up, uncrossing those hands. Inhale, bring those arms up. How's those shoulders feeling? Exhale, bring those hands down to your heart center. Breathing here. Great job. Going further into those shoulders today, tucking our toes under, pushing up and back into our first downward dog. Let's go ahead and walk this dog out. Open up those legs, even bending those knees towards the opposite side. So lifting that left heel up, bending that knee towards that right side, looking under that right shoulder here. Feeling that hip open up and that back leg stretch out. Lowering that left heel, lifting that right leg and kicking it over to the left side, looking under that left arm here. Continuing to flow through this as we bend and lift and lower those heels. Opening everything up here, feeling those shoulders even, working deeper into them. Feeling that strength and that prana start to being built. Breathing. Staying present in this moment. Remember, you're doing this for you. You're becoming stronger. Your body is going to thank you so much after this. Breathing here. Opening up those muscles. Great job. How are you feeling? Inhale, bring that gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the front, to the mat. Lifting up and looking forward into our nice half lift here. So pushing those shoulders and gazing forward. Let's focus on those shoulders today. Let's come down into our forward fold, dropping that head. Inhale, rolling yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing those shoulders up and back as the last ones to arrive. Bringing those hands to your heart center. Taking some nice full deep breaths in here. Awesome job. Inhale, bring those arms up. Roll those shoulders back as we swan dive down into our forward fold. Bringing those hands down. Inhale, lift up into this nice half lift here. Coming back down, let's plant those hands. Step back into your plank position here. Breathing in plank position. Working in our plank position. Let's drop those knees now. Untuck those toes. Working into a chaturanga here. So nice and gently, let's come down. Keep those elbows tucked into that body. Gaze forward here. Come down into a chaturanga so the body is not touching the ground yet. And push back up. Pushing back into a child's position. Keeping those hands where they are, so nice and extended with those shoulders. Opening up further. And coming back forward into this half plank. Dropping down to chaturanga, arms, breathing here, holding and staying strong. Not coming down to the mat yet. Pushing back up into plank position. Or our half plank. And coming back down to chaturanga arms. So if you're working in your chaturanga, this is a great place to start. Coming back up to plank. Tuck those toes under, lift up into our plank. Push back into your downward dog here. Breathing in this downward dog. Enjoying this lovely dog. Taking some nice deep breaths, feeling those shoulders. Wondering what they're doing right now. Really exploring that feeling here. And coming forward into this plank position. Coming down this time in chaturanga, holding chaturanga, breathing chaturanga. And dropping down, lifting up into a baby cobra here. Breathing, pushing all the way up and back into our child's position. Extend those arms here, breathing into this. And enjoying it. And coming back forward to a tabletop position. Tuck those toes under, push back to our downward dog. So in this downward dog, I want you to take yourself, bend those elbows out. We're working into a downward dog. Push up here. So breathing into this, pushing down and up. So coming down, bringing that head towards the mat and pushing back up. Looking back at those toes here. Breathing as you continue to work through this. Feeling those shoulders engaging them. Engaging that abdominal area to keep you strong so you can stay here and do this. Pushing through this a few more times. Breathing. Working those shoulders. Do you feel them yet? Coming down and pushing up here. Coming down one more time, holding here. Breathing and pushing up, staying nice and strong, pushing back in your downward dog. Stay strong, keep that gaze forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat. Release those shoulders. Inhale, lift up to a nice half lift. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, woo-wee. Hands down, heart center. Breathe here. Relax and release those shoulders. And we can do a little dance if you want to. Roll those shoulders out. Release that tension in there. You did great though. Nice job. Way to keep up. Inhale, let's go through that again. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, come on down. Lifting up and looking forward. Plant those hands. Step back to our plank position. Breathing in plank position. Holding on here. Coming down, chaturanga. And coming up. Back to our plank position. Pushing back to downward dog. Breathing in this downward dog. Let's do a couple more of those down dog push-ups. So coming down, looking back at those toes. Pushing up. Coming down with that head towards the mat. And pushing up. Breathing here, coming down. Pushing up. And back to that downward dog. Nice job pushing down and up. A few more times. Breathing. Staying focused here. So if you need to focus on that breath to help you stay in this moment, let's do that. Breathing and pushing back. Nice job. Drop those knees down. Open up. Push back. And let's bring those arms back around you, behind you, in this lovely child's position. Just let them melt away down. Breathing here. Nice full deep breaths. Great job. Coming on up to those feet. Bringing yourself back around. Bringing yourself down to the mat as you gently work your way into this. Moving and releasing. Lifting those hips up off the mat as we move into a bridge position. Rolling this pelvic bone up and behind you. Breathing here. So the gaze is kind of over and up towards you. So breathing into this. Holding onto those hands onto the mat. So really grounding them here. Lifting that right leg up and in. Kicking it out. Bringing it back up and in. And kicking it out. Breathing in this. Working here. So bringing that leg in. Kicking it out. Bringing it in. And kicking it out. Nice job. Let's lift that left leg. Bringing it up and in. And kick it out. Bringing it up and in. Kicking out. Remember to breathe in fully. When you extend here. And then exhale. Push everything out as you come in with that knee. Continuing through this a few more times. Breathing here. Staying nice and strong. This is nice, putting those pressure on those shoulders here to help them re-ground themselves. And bring that knee in one more time. Dropping it down. Lifting up a little higher in your bridge. Allowing that pressure to just open those shoulder muscles a little bit more. To help them relax. Guiding yourselves down in this bridge pose. Bring those knees into your chest here. Breathing in this. Taking some nice deep breaths in. Rolling over to one side. Extending that top leg. Coming up to our nice easy sitting position. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Exhale down to your heart center. Let's close those eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Inhaling nice and deep and full. And exhale. Congratulations. You just finished day 19. Very proud of you. Way to keep it up. I'm so proud, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.